What's going on, journalist Urban Felix John with thefitnessjournals.com. How we feeling today? It is day number 5 of this beginner calisthenics workout series. Man, you should be hyped, you should be energized. It's day number 5. Now, on this day, you're gonna go through this routine. Don't look at the video and not do the routine. I know that's what some people are doing. It doesn't make sense. If you're watching the video, do the routine. I'm gonna keep this short and let you get right into it. Go into the voiceover. Number 1, if you have not shared this video with a friend, I'm wondering why. Why have you not done that? Literally, no. Why have you not done that? All you gotta do is literally press copy and paste, or just press share. Share it on your social media. Click that share button and let somebody know that this free series is going on. Don't be selfish and greedy with the gains. Let other people get the gains by you sharing this video with somebody who is in need. And I know you can think of one person, just one person. Okay, that's enough of that. Time to get into the routine. Once again, if you have any questions or if you have any feedback, leave it in the comment section below. Let me know, how are you finding the progress? How are you finding these exercises coming along so far? Is it challenging? Is it easy? Do you know what you're doing? Are you like, oh, this is like intense, this is crazy? Let me know, give me your honest feedback. Let's get into this workout. I'll see y'all at the end. So here is day number 5. If you have not downloaded the program, the link is in the description. Make sure you have this program before following along with the video so you do get a concept of what you will be doing throughout the next couple of weeks. So let's get into today's routine. Journalist family, we're back at it with the gains today after a good rest day yesterday. So right now we're starting off with the squats pyramid set. As you see, what we're going to do, you're going to do 5 repetitions. You're increasing everything by 5. So 5, 10, 15, 15, then you come back down, 15, 10, 5. That is how you do a pyramid set. Of course, the pyramids could be as big or as small as you want them to be. So you could go up by 2s, you could go up by 10s, you could go up by 20s. So it's like 20, 40, 60. It is up to you. The pyramid, the structure of the pyramid, once again, is just like what it sounds like. You go up and you come back down. If you're doing a ladder now, you can just go straight up 20, 40, 60, 80, and then you go up. You don't have to come back down. Pyramids and ladders, wonderful rep scheme. I do incorporate these into a lot of my workouts just because of how effective they are. So for everyone wondering what is a pyramid, what is a ladder, you just got a quick brief explanation and you see exactly how it's being done for this. So it's not just for squats, it could be for any exercise that you want to perform. Pull-ups, push-ups, lunges, whatever it is, you can incorporate this rep scheme, pyramids or ladders, into it. So that is your explanation here. You already know what squats are, so I don't have to break it down. Of course, you can always do the modification. If you can't do a freestanding squat, either do box squat or do have something to assist you, like I showed you in the past videos, the modifications there. So that's this. This is the set right here. So once again, if this is too easy for you, either increase the amount of repetitions or just increase the amount of repetitions. Pick a number that you want to go up to. So if you're like 10 and then you want to go up to 50, so you do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, then you come back down, and that's how you would do that. So if this is too easy, go ahead and adjust it. You can adjust every rep style to fit your need, or you can go ahead and add on resistance. There's many ways you can make this more challenging for yourself. Now moving on, I know in the program, the initial program that people got, it does say abduction and abduction and adduction. So note, we're doing kickbacks. We're targeting the glutes to a degree. To a lesser degree, we are also targeting the abductors, but not so much here, just because of how. Honestly, the only reason I didn't put it in there is I actually forgot. I'm going to keep it real. And then I ended up filming this, and I'm like, this is fine. We can do this instead. So abduction and adduction, I'll add that in a future video. But for this one, even though it says abduction and adduction, go ahead and do kickbacks. So that's what this is right here. We're targeting mainly the glutes, medial glutes. Let me keep it simple, the butt. So the muscles of the butt. The buttocks, those are the muscles that you're targeting really by doing this. So 15 each leg, 3 sets. I'm going to show you different angles so you see what's going on. And then I'll also give you a different variation that you can perform as well, where I'm bending the knee and bringing the knee a little bit higher, and that's working the hip flexors as well, which are known as the TFL, the muscles that we're really targeting a little bit there. More specifically, there are the TFL, which is short for tensor fasciae lata. So don't worry about that. All this stuff I do talk about more in depth in different videos, where if you really want to learn more about the human body and anatomy and how it ties into calisthenics, then I would definitely encourage you to do it. But once again, some people are just not interested in that. They just want to get down, know what they're doing, get the result, which is totally fine. It's just keep in mind that the more you know, the more you can tweak your body and things like this to get the result that you want. So as you see, like I said, I'm bending the leg, bringing the knee up, not too much, but just enough, to feel the flexion there in my hip region. And it just gives it a nice little squeeze when you're coming there. So make sure, once again, be very mindful of your form. My front leg is slightly bent. The leg that's planted is slightly bent, and you're just squeezing. You're making sure when you get to the top, you're squeezing your glutes. You're squeezing your buttocks when you get to the top of that movement, and that's how you're really engaging it there. And this is the last angle here that you see, basically doing the same thing. And you see I have a little rotation with the foot. So my toe is pointing outwards when I get to the top of the movement. That helps me squeeze it and engage my glutes a little bit more when I do that at the top there. So you could go ahead and try that out when you're performing this exercise. Do remember that the goal as a beginner isn't to go get as sore as you can as you start. Remember, this is a lifetime journey that you're going on. It's not, that's the thing. People think in the sense of like short-term, short results. No, you should be able to do just enough where you're capable if you want to work out every single day. So you understand what I'm saying? You don't want to work out so hard as a beginner as you're just starting your first week. You don't want to go so crazy that you're so sore you can't even function. That's not the goal. You just want to get, right now the whole thing is establishing those neural connections. It's been, maybe you've never worked out before, or maybe it's been so long, so you want to get reacquainted. You want those motor neurons to fire accurately. So don't go crazy, take your time. So here we have good mornings, really helping with the thoracic part of the back, the lower back, the hamstrings, the glutes. It's kind of like doing deadlifts to a degree, but this really does help with the lower back, with the glutes, the hamstrings. Once you start, incorporating weights or resistance, I should say, like using a resistance band and things like that, man, this exercise is one of the best exercises for your lower back. So if you're trying to strengthen those muscles of the lower back, and also focus on the posterior, especially in such an anterior type of lifestyle, sitting down and all those stuff, everything, adaptive shortening, I talked about this in another video. Essentially what it is, it's the muscles that aren't being used, they start to relax. And the muscles that are overactive, they start to tighten up. So you get that bad posture and all those things and pain and all that. All you have to do is engage those muscles that are being neglected. And like I said, in such an anterior type of society that we live in, a lot of the times we're not engaging the posterior, the muscles of the back. And it's very important to do that, especially if you're on the older side. It's like, oh man, my posture's already messed up. No, that doesn't mean just because your posture might be lacking right now doesn't mean you're permanently like that. So by, once again, taking these steps to practice structural balance, that is the purpose of this. Like I said, don't try and skip or omit certain exercises because you're like, I don't like this exercise. If it's not due to an injury and like against doctor's orders, hey, you shouldn't do this, do it. Do these exercises. It is important. This is structured like this on purpose for structural balance. We're hitting all these different movement patterns to make sure we're engaging all the different muscles and not neglecting anything. So good mornings. This is a wonderful exercise, one of the best for lower back, and of course also, like I said, targeting the muscles of the glutes, the glute muscles and the hamstring muscles. And you're not required to, but if you do want to incorporate additional resistance, it is a great idea to do so, and it's a wonderful exercise. So if you're not really into lifting, doing heavy deadlifts and things like that, this is a great exercise, and you can do this seated as well. Lovely exercise we have here, which are the lunges. So this lunges really help in targeting, I'm going to explain exactly how you really target which muscles specifically, but the glutes and the quads. So the quads, if you want to really target the quads, you want to do a smaller step, not such a long step. And if you want to target more of the glutes, then you do a shorter, a smaller step. So right now I'm doing probably just about evenly both. So this is not a really long step, or it's not a really narrow step. And so that way, once again, if you really want to if you really want to work on developing your butt, your gluteus maximus, then you would want to do a little bit of a wider step. So be careful with this movement, especially if you're wanting to incorporate weights, because it does require a good sense of balance, and you want to make sure that your knee stability is great, or not per se great, but it's there. Like, you don't have an existing knee injury that you're dealing with right now, or your knees aren't incredibly weak. You want to make sure you have a good sense of balance and a decent amount of knee stability before attempting to add resistance onto here, or even doing it with body weight, because pushing a lot of the weight is going to be on the front leg, which is the knee that's in front when you step forward, and it puts a lot of weight and a lot of tension there. So you want to be very mindful of that, and also the width. So the width, if you really want to make sure that your stability is there. Having a good about shoulder width apart is pretty decent for a good amount of stance. If you're too narrow, if your feet are too close together, you're going to find that catching your balance, it makes it a little bit more challenging to do so. So keeping a fairly upright posture with the chest, with your torso, making sure that your torso is pretty upright. As you see, my hand placement, this is a good hand placement that you can do. It's not really like the golden rule of, oh, this is how you should have your hands, but it does help you with kind of finding that sense of gravity, sense of balance there. So as you see, that's what I'm talking about with the width of my feet. It's not too narrow. It's just enough where I'm like, okay, I feel comfortable here. I'm not going to lose my balance. If your feet are too narrow, you will find that catching your balance does become more challenging. So here we have targeting the glutes again. Glute bridge, we know about this one. We've done this a couple of times. So like I pointed out before, don't let your butt rest on the floor. Just about keep a little bit of space right between there, keep that tension, and then push right back in the air again. So I just want to remind you, keep in mind, this movement is initiated by squeezing your glutes. So squeezing your glutes, it doesn't just work the glutes as well, it works your bicep femoris, that's towards your hamstring area there. That's a good, when you get up at the top of the movement, you squeeze it. Give it a nice squeeze. And in the future, I will show, I think I do have a couple videos showing the more advanced variations, but this is pretty basic. Anyone can do this variation of it. It's just to keep your heels, your feet planted in the ground. As you see, I'm just showing you an example of an exaggerated form of keeping those heels pushed down into the floor, and you'll be good to go. So yeah, kill today. Stay tuned for the outro of this video after the cooldown. yeah, that's it. It's over. It is done. Day number 5. You come back tomorrow. And what's tomorrow? Let me see. Oh, it looks kind of nice. I like this routine. I like this one. It's the same one that you just did a couple days ago. But look, this is metabolic conditioning. Everybody, look, there's no way you will not make gains if you follow through. If you follow through, there's no way you will not achieve what you want to achieve. So that's it for today. I'm not going to keep you any longer. Health is wealth. Get money. Make sure if you're not subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and definitely go ahead and share that video with a friend. See you guys in the next video.